Domo, this is all love, sweetie. You have to stop pouring out your love to Crissy. I already made a video and I don't know if it reached you or not, but the way to get over somebody is to feel it. You have to feel all of the roller coaster of emotions. You have to get on YouTube. Look, I say you have to. It's a habit, but you don't have to. But what you can do that will really comfort you and help you is if you start getting on YouTube and look up different videos of how to get over somebody. If someone doesn't love you anymore, how to deal after a breakup, just self-help people that can really give you guidance in looking at all the YouTube videos that are being made. That's enough to help you to stop putting out your heart like that, telling her you love her. I mean, you're not a bad, and do not go feel like a worthless person. Come on, dude. Stop. You're very much worthy. Even when I'm at my lowest and I might feel like that, I might want to pout a little bit. I'm not telling the social media that. I ain't telling that because you feel this today, but you're not going to keep feeling this. You're going to go through these emotions for a minute. Up and down. You're going to think you're healed, and then you're going to get stunned a little bit. So you need someone that you can confide in, that you can tell those things to, that's not on social media. It's really helpful when you, like I said, there are people that, I forget this guy's name, I can't even think, but there are a lot of YouTube channels that you can go to. They can give you definite help. I mean, look, you can even Google how to know if someone's over you, how to get someone back that you love. I mean, even if that's not even going to happen, it'll get you to the point where you heal. You can get to a mental stable place, because anytime anybody loves somebody and they break up, they're not together. Their mental is, your mind's not right. Your mind ain't right. So you do need to get stable where the roller coasters are, when you get under control. And I think you are, based on that video you made today. You are good. You're in the process of healing, because you have your happy moments where you feel really self-assured and you loving yourself. And then you have those moments where you fear that you're going to see something that really breaks your heart. You're going to deal with all that, but my best advice is get on YouTube and begin to, like I said, look up videos where you can get guidance from professionals, or from, like, there are therapists free of charge that are on YouTube. I've done it. I still do it for any time I need advice. I Google. And it's Ape. What is his name? Ape. Heck, I can't even think of the guy's name. There's this YouTuber, and he is very positive. He practiced peace. Like, I don't even know what to call it. The guy is very positive, and he talks about, like, how to know if someone's broken up with you. And, like, by me always listening to his videos, I felt, every time I listened, I felt the healing. I felt the renewing of my spirit. I felt peace, because he was giving some great advice. I think it's Ape, man. I don't even know, man. It's Ape something. But if you Google Ape, how to get over a breakup, I'm sure the Google will finish it for you and pick it up. But there is a lot of support out there. There's a lot of support that you need at this time. Because what I really hate to see is you put your heart out to Crissy, and Crissy don't want it, and she rejects you, and that's going to make you feel even worse. It will make you angry, because you feel like she owes you something, and it's not your fault. That's what happens when we love somebody and they don't want us, and then we start pouring our emotions out thinking that they'll receive it. They don't, and then we're angry because somewhere inside of us we expect them to be like, oh man, I shouldn't have did that to her. I shouldn't have did that to him. I better go. Let me text them. I realized what I did. I made a mistake. But sometimes they don't realize what they did. They only see what you did. There's a reason for them deciding they don't want to be with us anymore in these situations. I know when I looked, I lurked. Ooh, I was lurking your page. Because I was like, okay, so what really caused it? So y'all broke up 2 months ago. All right, so I looked at the videos 2 months ago and 3 months ago. And I was looking to see how the body language was. And I saw a lot of you being your energetic, happy-go-lucky self, which is a great thing, positive self. And I saw that Crissy, at times, she would try to talk, and then you would talk over her because you're just excited, and you just wanted to speak for her, and she began to get irritated. You could see it in her face. You could see it in her body language. One video, it was a prank, and I saw you try to kiss her, and she didn't want it. I can see it. Like, she might have hid it from you, but I seen it. I specifically seen it. And this was towards the end. I'm pretty sure for y'all, I guess, it wasn't always like that, but definitely towards the end. A lot of times when you're dealing with somebody and they are about to be done with you, they give you signs. Even a dog gives you signs when he doesn't want you in his face. I seen a pet trainer. He says that when, like, he gave great tips when he showed it, that when you try to hug a dog, most dogs don't like hugs. Try to hug a dog, he started licking his lips, and then he started yawning. Then he started growling. He's warning. And a lot of times, even though I compared this to a dog only because it was such a great example, people give us signs that they really don't want to do it anymore, and we ignore the signs. It's not that they completely done, but if we keep ignoring these signs, then eventually they will be done. And I seen that. I saw her body language. Her body language at that time, she shut down. She was still loving you, but she still didn't want to hurt you. She still didn't want to embarrass you. And she may have felt a little guilty because she know how great you were to her. But she didn't want to do it anymore. And that's the hardest and toughest thing in the world. Like, one of the toughest things is, it's like death. It's like somebody cut off from you and you can't have access to them anymore. I heard you say, you were responding to Crissy. Crissy said something about, like, adults should do. You should have reached out and texted me. And when you responded, you said, I can't text you. Unblock me. It's like you're begging. It's okay to be desperate for a second, and only a second. But now that it's over with, don't do it again. Don't be desperate. For what? Don't feel pathetic. For why? Why should you feel pathetic? It's fun when you can think about starting over, even if it's just in your mind, even if it's just in your plans. The thought of starting fresh, getting your mind right, that helps. And when you start texting them and when you start calling them, all it do is take you backwards. But it's not over. You can start again. It's taken me in the past time. Like, I would tell myself I'm not answering his calls anymore. And then I would answer because he kept calling. Or I would get angry and call him and then say, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. But then I would say, you know what, I came to the point where I'm not going to beat myself up and down. I'm going to just do it again. I'm going to be strong again. I'm going to try again. And then I begun to stop calling, stop texting, and get my mind into those YouTube videos where I was really occupied trying to feed my soul, get answers, get advice from all over. Like, I was into YouTube, and then I was distracted. I found myself more so interested in what YouTube had to say about us than what he had to say about us. And then I went 2 days without contacting. And that 2 days, I felt so empowered. I felt a lot of strength come back. And then it became a week. Now, mind you, it's not easy. The first 2 days are the hardest. And then after a week, it gets hard again, because then they start reaching out to you. After 2 weeks or whatever, they start reaching out to you. Especially now, if they really just still love you or whatever, still like you, they will reach out. But don't answer. Don't, because you look desperate. I'm going to be honest. You look desperate, girlfriend. And I've looked desperate, and most of us in this world have done that. And the only way you can learn from it is to get to be desperate at one time. You don't, the only way you can learn is to make mistakes sometimes. How you gonna learn? But that doesn't mean keep doing it. I would stop saying that. I would stop saying I love her and I wish her the best. And even though she's with somebody else, it ain't about me. It's about her. Because this person does not want your love at this time. Therefore, keep it. That is attractive. It's not attractive to force somebody to receive your love. It's not attractive if somebody feels like you're trying to force your views on them. It's not. It's repelling. And this is not a bash. This is not to put you down. And this is not to make you feel, again, bad. This is all about sister to sister. Advice to advice. Last thing I'm going to say, because I am not doing a long video, is that Crissy is not the bad guy because she got over it, because she moved on. There's a reason when somebody gets over you. There's a reason when somebody doesn't want to do it anymore. Sometimes she might have tried to reach out to you or try to talk and you cut her off too many times. She might have tried to tell you that, and you didn't really hear her. She might have tell you to pipe down some and really let her speak. She developed her own voice. Maybe she always had it, but she kind of let you do it because maybe she already knew inside that you dealt with some insecurities, and that she loved you so much that she wanted you to feel happy and express yourself. So she probably covered her own feelings a lot of times, and she probably shut down her voice just so she can appease yours. That builds up into resentment. But my advice for Crissy is, please, I learned a lot of guys I broke up with, there was always resentment, and that started helping me to get over them quicker, holding on to the resentment. It was this one guy that said, look, we ain't breaking up on bad terms. You're used to breaking up with guys and being angry and they doing something bad, but there's nothing like that with this. So stop reaching for resentment. That's what he told me. And then I realized it. Every time that thought came, why he do that? See, this is why I'm going to get over him. I ain't never going to talk to him again. I don't even want him. He doesn't even exist anymore. He never happened. Then I caught myself saying, you know what? Don't do it this time. I had to stop myself from finding resentment towards that person, because resentment is going to actually keep you. You'll get over them, but through your life, you'll be angry. You'll still have that anger feeling will be there, whether it's over him or not. You don't think about him anymore, but that seed of anger still lives there. Anyway, Crissy is not wrong because she moved on. She can't help how she feel when you over somebody and you don't want them anymore. You can't help that. Sometimes it's embarrassing because you just wake up and you just I'm over it. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to kiss you. I don't even see you the same. I don't even want you. But the person that is going to get hurt is the one that don't see it. Don't see that the other person is over them. And they don't receive the message. And they keep trying and trying and trying. Instead of falling back, getting their mind right, start, researching for themselves. Build yourself back up. And get the support you need. You can do it. I'm for you. Honestly, I love you. And I don't even know you, but you're like a sister. And that's all it is. And I care for both y'all, not just you, Crissy as well. She's like a sister, a little sisters. Because y'all are ladies, and I'm a lady, and we go through the same things in life. We get our PMS. We get our menstrual. We hormonal. We gotta have when we have babies. If we have babies, it hurts, or we have to get C-sections, or we don't have kids. Either or, we still ladies. Then when we get old, we go through menopause. It's like we don't get a break, do we? So we have to stick with each other and support each other. But there's nothing wrong with Crissy. I'm not mad. Why should I be mad? Why should you be mad? You should find somebody to confide in instead of coming on the internet with saying you love her. Because that's making her feel like, You know, and that's not what you want. That's not what you want. And that's not what Crissy wants. I don't think she wants to hate you that much. So that's all I wanted to say. Please subscribe, and you have a blessed day.